Breaking news coming into us.
Breaking news. The European Union will finance the purchase and delivery.
The military took over.
Weapons.
Well, it's now 24 hours since the beginning of a surprise attack.
A
military coup is going on.
April 2024. A military coup in Galbator. The leader, Galbatorix. July 20th, 2024. Galbator attacks Varden. The head general, Galbatorix. October 26, 2024, a counteroffensive from Varden against Galbator. Varden had help from the NATO. This is a documentation about how Galbatorix changed the life of all Galbator citizens, all Varden citizens, and maybe the whole world. Since the Soviet Union collapsed and Galbator emerged, Galbator became a democracy with happy citizens. Galbatorix industry boomed, and they also had a lot of resources. Because of that present, the relations with Varden, which they border like Russia, improved immense. Varden became a key supplier of raw materials. The military situation wasn't the best, so in 2022, Galbator bought heavy weapons from the West for the first time. Before, they only had old Russian equipment, but that buy added outdated Mirage 2000 fighter jets and Roland defense systems. At the same time, Varden bought new F-16Ds and positioned them near the border of the two countries and moved older F-16A models in the inland. We write the year 2024. It is a nice spring until April. From one day to the other, everything changes. A military coup. The leader, Galbatorix. The coup was successful, but instantly civilians began to protest. The problem? The military stood behind him. Because of that, in a few days, Galbator changed from a happy democracy to a dictatorship, and every protest got brutally suppressed. From later sources, we know that a group of Russian mercenaries helped Galbatorix to his dictatorship. It is the 20th of July, 2024. At this time, everybody was still looking carefully at Galbator's new leader. Nobody thought of a war, but Galbator started exactly that. In the night of the 20th July at 1 a.m., GMT+2 Galbator launched a surprise attack. The attack was led by the very experienced Russian mercenaries, followed by the regular forces of Galbator. Until midday, they advanced to a big river coming from Galbator and going through Varden. With that, they captured a key dam and hydroelectric plant, which they used as a bridgehead. Still unnoticed in the night from the 20th to the 21st, the mercenaries overrun a strategically important military airbase near the border, seizing Varden's only F-16Ds and all the people at the airbase at that moment. All but two, a pilot and a weapon officer. We made it happen that we could speak with the weapon officer who told us more details about the attack on the airbase.
What really happened that day?
It was a surprise attack. After the military coup, our squadron got the new F-16Ds and we got stationed near the border. Back then we thought if they would attack us, they would do it now. But we underestimated Galbatorix. After those 3 months, it got quieter and we thought nothing would happen. We got more relaxed and unaware. The day of the attack, we had a big exercise. Then at midnight, when we all slept completely exhausted, the alarm rang. It didn't even take them an hour to secure the perimeter. Me and one of the F-16 pilots were lucky. We were the one who should show them how to turn off the alarm. When we saw the moment, we overwhelmed the two soldiers who should guard us. We ran before anyone noticed, took a Humvee which stood next to the forest a bit outside the base. We used it in the training that day. We drove continuously until we were at the inland airfield. We told everybody what was going on. It was the scariest night of my life, but I am happy I made it out alive. Hopefully it wasn't for nothing, and we can fight back Galbator. There are probably still some of our people who are getting forced to work for the Galbator military. We need to fight for them.
There are rumors the attack was led by the same Russian mercenaries who helped Galbatorix with the military coup. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. Now, seeing how blind we were to not see the attack on the airfield coming is frustrating. They really knew what they had to do to get all that territory without us noticing.
Could you hear something about their identities or who they really are? Like how they call themselves?
Not really. They didn't really spoke much, and I don't really understand Russian. I am still not sure. But when the pilot and me led the two Galbatorian soldiers to the alarm, they spoke openly with each other. I think they planned to execute us after we turned off the alarm. It sounded like they were talking about their boss, and I think in connection to him, I heard a name or a call sign. Skyfighter.
Skyfighter? A name, a call sign? We don't know. What we know is that he is good at coordinating his team. After the surprise attack of Galbator Varden, quickly called NATO for assistance. In response, various NATO countries deployed fighter squadrons to help restore air superiority. Under the leadership of the USA, Sweden, Finland, the UK, Brazil, Italy, Hungary, and Germany delivered the first wave of troops and equipment to Varden on July 23rd. On the 26th of July, Varden launched their first counteroffensive against Galbator with the help of NATO. Unfortunately, the Patriot air defense system the USA brought with them got destroyed on July 27th before it became operational. But that didn't hold Varden back. Together, NATO and Varden successfully neutralized a hostile S-500 system. This meant both sides didn't have good or wide air defenses. This led to ongoing battles in the air. Varden achieved a big milestone on July 29th by destroying the captured dam. Destroying the dam prevented Galbator from advancing further. After that, the battles got less and less. The last reported sightings of ongoing battles were on July 30th. After that, there was a time of silence. Three months later, Varden launches a large-scale attack with new Western equipment again supported by NATO air forces on October 26th, called Havoc Attack. Galbator managed to largely defend all the attacks using helicopters. Still, Varden marked it as a strategic success. On October 30th, the fights thus mostly stopped again since Varden achieved their goal. Galbator got lucky. If Varden would have continued the fights, Galbator's spare parts for their Mirage 2000s and F-16s would have run out soon. Their recklessness use of the equipment drained the resources of Galbator immensely. In early November, first hints came up that Russia and China may supply Galbator with new aircrafts. April 2025, it has been silent in the war between Varden and Galbator for almost half a year, but rumors started to spread about a new NATO mission called Grand Slam. 6 days later, the Galbator News also talked about a big attack on them happening soon.
Ходят слухи, что Галбатор готовится к большому наступлению. Мы боролись слишком много, чтобы потерять все перед лицом зла, которое хочет отнять у нас все. Мы будем бороться за нашу землю.
But since Galbator News are always very patriotic, and Varden and NATO didn't state themselves to the rumors, nothing is confirmed. What is confirmed is that Galbator received help from China and Russia. In the news video, there are J-8FS, JF-17s, Su-39s, as well as modern MiG-29s visible. Until then, we should wait and hope for the best of humanity. Stay safe.